Hi, I'm Deborah McDuff, a mixed media visual artist and poet. I'm also a wife, mother, and grandmother. My professional career has been to provide platforms to showcase people's talents and their culture. Amidst my providing platforms, I listen to people and what they had to tell me. And in doing so, that helped me to understand the human conditions that needed some concern and work. What furthered my desire? For some reason, people like to tell me their stories, and I listened. And what was interesting is that they would say, "How did you know to tell my story so perfectly when they saw my work?" Or they would say, "Thank you for telling my story because you were the first person that I told." Creating objects that are accessible to lay and professionals drove my decision to marry visuals and poetry because people learn differently. Communicating a story requires a sensitive approach to the issues at hand and a level of respect. Providing visuals that are complex in nature, I use fabrics and materials to represent the personal experiences of those being portrayed. And I've done this for over 20 years. My personal experiences with my father, listening to friends and acquaintances, going to lectures, reading materials, and viewing media coverage inspired me to address social issues concerning mass incarceration and racial justice, and the impact that it's had on families and most of all children. Once during a cultural performance, refreshments and gifts were being given away. And this little 8-year-old boy, he said, "My mama's on crack and in prison, and my grandmother, she's taking care of me, and I can't accept gifts from anyone." And this left a lasting and painful memory with me. One of my goals is to cast light on the long-term effects of our laws on family and children through a multifaceted body of work. My second is I want to create a forum to discuss the issues of social justice in both public and private environments. The third is to hopefully find ways to implement laws to improve the health and welfare of children. And lastly, with a combination of these efforts, we can work towards dismantling the pipelines to the penal system in the United States. My creative intuition allows me to capture stories that need to be told. Illustrating social issues is my passion. My work and the Rauschenberg Fellowship for Mass Incarceration and Racial Justice is a perfect union for the task at hand.